Exciting news, medbeds are real. I'm 100% sure medbeds are real. I am convinced of it now. When I had doubted it before, I have no more doubts. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the most credible proof on the internet that medbeds are real. And you're gonna leave convinced as well.
So maybe we're gonna live a long time, I hope so.
Additionally, I have a medbed whistleblower who's gonna come on the show and talk about it, which is very, very exciting. I'm gonna be talking about that. On today's episode, let me go through the whistleblowers, and then I'm going to talk about what medbed technology is available today that you can purchase, what medbed technology is secretly available. Then I'm going to talk about a few more interesting things. We're going to talk about that whistleblower who says they were willing to come on my show to talk about medbeds. I'm also trying to debunk all my information to see if there's any holes in my argument. And last, we'll have Grok try to debunk what I'm saying. So very exciting episode. Let's dive right into it. Mr. Trump. He was the one who started it all. So Trump gave an inauguration speech in 2017, and that was the first glimpse of hope that there could be medbed technology on the way. Now, he gave a speech where he included 3 lines, which to the average person would be perceived as completely unconnected and unrelated. But someone like me who's had very weird paranormal experiences and has interacted with very weird paranormal technology, I interpreted these sentences differently. So let's dive into what those sentences are, and let me see if you're reading into it as I am. He said, we're going to unlock the mysteries of space, free the earth from the miseries of disease, and harness the energies in industries and technologies of tomorrow. The average person, it just sounds like he's giving an inauguration speech. But to me, this is what I hear. Unlock the mysteries of space, which means tap into the secret space program technology. That's what I hear. Free the earth from miseries of disease. Medbeds. That's what I hear. And harness the energies and industries and technologies of tomorrow. The technologies of tomorrow, you mean the medbeds from the secret space program? This all seems connected to me. And this was the first thing that kind of started the ball going like, hey, is there medbed technology? But the term medbed at the time that he did his inauguration speech didn't even exist yet. The term medbed actually was created by a whistleblower around 2019 and 2020, and it got popularized by more whistleblowers. Now, let's go into the medbed video. You guys saw it. There was a crazy medbed video that Trump posted, basically saying that everyone's gonna get medbed cards, all Americans gonna get medbed cards, and medbed technology was real. But it was AI generated, and it was up for less than a day, and it was taken down.
Trump has announced a historic new healthcare system, the launch of America's first medbed hospitals, and a national medbed card for every citizen.
Every American will soon receive their own medbed card. With it, you'll have guaranteed access to our new hospitals led by the top doctors in the nation, equipped with the most advanced technology in the world. These facilities are safe, modern, and designed to restore every citizen to full health and strength. This is the beginning of a new era in American healthcare.
In this first phase, only a limited number of medbed cards will be released. Registration details will be announced very soon.
I have 2 things to ask you about. Sure. First thing, I want to ask about this video that the president posted the other day. It was an AI deepfake of himself talking about something called medbeds. What was he trying to communicate to the public there, and why did he delete it?
I think the president saw the video and posted it, and then took it down. And he has the right to do that. It's his social media. He's incredibly transparent, as you all know. You hear from him directly on social media. He likes to share memes. He likes to share videos. He likes to repost things that he sees other people post on social media as well. And I think it's quite refreshing that we have a president who is so open and honest directly himself. Many a times untruth. You are hearing directly from the president of the United States.
So maybe we're gonna live a long time, I hope so.
This is another piece of evidence from what I believe is a whistleblower. There's only 2 whistleblowers I'm going to talk about. One is Trump, and then the other one's Cramer, which is a very exciting whistleblower. So a lot of people looked at this medbed video that Trump put out, and the way they interpreted it was that this was a promise. It was not a joke. It was not a feint. It was a promise. And if you look at the first inauguration speech, if you look at where we're headed, if you look at how advanced our technology is right now, and then you look at that medbed video, it seems to all align that not only was he not joking about the medbed video, but also it was predictive programming. He put it out to wake people up to the even idea that medbeds could be real, which you would only do if you're in the slow, soft disclosure of releasing this advanced technology. That's my interpretation of it. But let's dive into the most juicy whistleblower, Randy Cramer. Randy Cramer went on this website, Gaia.com, very famous streaming website, where a lot of secret space program whistleblowers were going. He claims to have some level of psychic powers, being a super soldier that was trained with certain level of telepathic powers, telekinetic powers, and he claimed that he was in some type of secret space program where he was able to go to other planets, fight these reptilian alienoids, and that he was damaged at some point. He was shot, and they used medbed technology to heal him. Now, this may seem crazy, but there's been about 4 or 5 other whistleblowers who've come out with the same story, which is very interesting. They can only mean one of 2 things. One, that this guy's made a lot of money off it and there's a lot of grifters following him, or that when he first spoke up, that brought enough bravery for other whistleblowers who had gone through the same thing to also speak up, like, oh, he didn't get in big trouble, I can get it. I'm leaning towards the second one. Whistleblowers who come out about medbed technology or alien abduction or whatever like that, they often try to make money off these stories, but that doesn't, in my opinion, discredit them, because the amount of money these people make is like this little, and the amount of damage to reputation that happens when you come out talking about aliens or medbed or all this crazy technology is huge. I don't think they're making enough for money. But Randy Cramer came out and said he's a super soldier and he was involved in healing himself with a medbed technology that was able to like regrow his skin and his muscles and his bones and all that stuff, this regenerative type of medbed technology. Now, in my past medbed video, I was mainly focused on the medbed technologies we've seen in the movies, and I kind of got lost in the weeds, and I was like, well, I'm not sure if that's available today. Today, I'm talking about the 3 confirmed medbed technologies according to whistleblowers, and based on my understanding, none of these 3 medbeds are out of the realm of possibilities. In fact, I believe all 3 types of these medbeds are already real and somewhat available to the secret space program. But I'm gonna get into that in a second. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I got an interview with the next Tennessee governor and a whistleblower interview about medbeds coming up. Now I'm gonna dive into the 3 types of medbeds that whistleblowers like Randy Cramer say exist, and then I'm gonna talk about what's publicly available and connect those. So the 3 types of medbed technology, according to actual real whistleblowers, there's actually 3 different types. There's not one machine that will just 3D print your whole body. That doesn't exist. No one is claiming that exists. But there are 3 different types of medbed technologies that people are 100% certain that do exist. One of them is holographic healing, where it uses light to sense the energy and aura and ki basically of your whole body, and it can use light to like see where the disease is, the cancer. This is like a disease-based one, and it can use ki energy and light and all that stuff to rebalance your energy in your body, which can get rid of diseases. This technology of medbed is, in my opinion, totally available today. And the reason that I believe that, again, it's available privately, but I wouldn't say it's available publicly. There is a company called Open Water. They did a TED Talk, and they have this technology where you can go to the website, it looks very professional, and they're turning MRI technology, which is a massive machine, into these wearables. And not only do they want these MRI wearable technologies to be able to scan your body, they want to be able to heal your body at the same time. So Jensen, the CEO of Open Water, came out and he said on a TED Talk that we can not only see the health problems with light in your body, but we can also heal your body with light, which is literally what the holographic medbed technology is doing. So if Open Water, a legitimate company, is already admitted that they can see health problems, a certain amount of them, with this technology and heal certain systems with light, non-invasive surgery, and that's what's publicly available, it is very, very much believed that What's privately available in these secret programs with advanced technology is between 50 and 1,000 years more ahead of what's available publicly. So if publicly we're already diagnosing and healing people with light, then privately you take that technology, advance it 100 years, the medbed where you can holographically scan someone and balance their aura and their energies and their key energy to heal their diseases, that seems like a simple enough medbed technology that I'm 100% certain, at the very least, that technology exists today. You may say, well, Peter, what do you mean there's this advanced technology that's 20 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 years more advanced? What are you talking about? The US government has secret space programs. This has been confirmed through back channels. They have secret technology. They collect all this technology throughout the world, and they collect the best scientists. And the Pentagon, our military, has lost $21 trillion. Lost $21 trillion of taxpayer money. They basically had a money printing machine, and without any Congress oversight, printed $21 trillion, and they didn't want to tell us where all this went. What could $21 trillion, combined with all this secret technology that they've recovered, combined with the best scientists in the world, you have the perfect scenario where stuff like medbed technology could be created. Now you may ask, where's the secret technology they're getting? What are you talking about, Peter? A lot of people, including me, believe there have been craft spaceships with advanced technology, and that technology is hoarded by governments and re-engineered, and they use that technology to make technology available to the public. I know I'm talking about aliens. I'm probably ostracizing some of my audience, but you wanted to talk about medbeds. You love my medbed videos, so we're going all the way down the rabbit hole. And the more you go down the rabbit hole, for medbeds to exist, it's almost like aliens would have to exist. Because if aliens do not exist, then we're probably on the cusp of creating a medbed. But since I believe aliens exist, then I believe there's lots of craft alien technology that's landed. We have reverse engineered a lot of that. I believe aliens have helped us with certain technology, energy technology, medbed technology. I believe there's benevolent aliens that have been helping us with all this stuff. So if that is true, and again, I can't prove this, but if it is true, that means we do have these very advanced technologies that we've been working on, that we've been spending trillions of dollars on secretly and advancing it. So the holographic medbed, I think 100% that easily is real. But there's two other types of medbed. There's another one that Randy Cramer talked about, the one that healed him. A regenerative medbed, where it's basically full of a gel and a liquid. It's not one where you just lie in and breathe. It's one where you're covered completely with gels, liquid, you're submerged, kind of like these tanks you see in the movies. And they use a special technology to regrow your limbs. Now, I believe this technology is real because of advanced technology that governments have recovered, because of the most smart people in the world working on technology, and because $21 trillion was spent working on this technology. And it's not out of the realm of possibilities that we could regrow limbs. We already have people printing like livers and skin and all these different skin tissues. That's what's available publicly today. If publicly today we can print skin and we're printing like organs and all these little things that we're starting to print, could it get to the point where we could use gels and liquids and stuff like that and put someone in a tube and slowly regenerate their arm back and stuff like that? For me, that sounds like in the realm of possibilities. I believe that with advanced technology, the smartest people in the world, and an unlimited researching amount of money funding your project, that technology is real. Now, Randy Cramer is someone who's come out and said this is real. And if it was just him saying it was real, I would roll my eyes. But there are other whistleblowers talking about medbeds. Additionally, someone named Michael Sala, who has a PhD, who has a big reputation, has come out and confirmed that Randy Cramer is telling the truth. He's also confirmed that another medbed whistleblower, JP, was also telling the truth about medbeds. So you have a feedback loop of credibility where there are two people who are talking about medbeds. There are other people who are saying, yeah, this stuff's true. And then you have someone with a big reputation saying like, I don't think these people are lying. I can confirm that Randy Cramer is not making this stuff up. And to be fair, Randy Cramer has all the evidence that he was working in the government, but he's never like proven his telepathic psychic abilities, like reading people's mind or like lifting objects. So take it with a grain of salt. But then again, if he had this psychic powers to like do crazy stuff, would he reveal it? Probably not. So that regenerative technology, medbed technology, I am very certain exists. And then there's a third type of technology that people claim exists. And this one is very interesting. And this type of technology is another one that Randy Cramer and a lot of secret space program whistleblowers have talked about. Basically, the story goes like this. There's a secret space program, which makes a lot of sense. Where did $21 trillion go to? And they do these missions where they actually take someone and time travel them into the future, it sounds like. And they fight these battles with aliens and go on these crazy adventure missions. And then they come back in time using time travel. I know, it sounds crazy. You were going down the rabbit hole. You want to go down the rabbit hole. This is what Randy Cramer's saying. And then because he's aged in the future, they take him back to the present, like, and then they'll literally age regress him with a medbed. So literally, like, let's say they abducted him at 20 years old in the year 2000. And then they brought him to the year 2020. And for 20 years, he fought like aliens and bad guys. They'd bring him all the way back to the year 2000. And then he claims they put him in a medbed that regressed him all his age back from 40 all the way back to 20. This is what he's claiming. This is the most miraculous, crazy technology I've heard of. Then again, if the aliens exist, if there is technology, if you have the smartest people in the world with an unlimited budget working on advanced alien technology, is this in the realm of possibilities where, according to him, it was not a machine you go in and then 5 seconds later you're all healed. This was a machine, he said, that you go in and had very, 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 very advanced technology. It's the most advanced medbed technology that anyone's ever talked about or said does exist. Randy Cramer confirms it exists. And this technology is so advanced that it can literally not only regenerate your limbs, but regress your body back to a young teenager. Now, is this technology real? That is a very good question. I think based on everything that I've seen, there's a high likelihood, a chance this is real. But I'm a very open-minded person. We will see. What do you think about this? Do you think Michael Salla, Randy Cramer, and Trump, between these three whistleblowers, there's enough credible evidence? Is that enough reputation to believe medbeds are real? I'll leave that up to you. But hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm posting really exciting videos about medbeds. Again, I have the governor of Tennessee, future governor of Tennessee, I'm going to be interviewing him. And I have a medbed interview coming up, so hit that subscribe. Now I'm going to try to debunk what I've been saying, try to find holes in my argument, and then I'm going to talk about that whistleblower, that medbed whistleblower that wants to come on my show. First of all, to be fair, nothing that I've said here can be definitively proven 100% certainly, except for the fact that there is a company called Open Water that does have MRI technology, and they do say they can diagnose with light energy and also heal with light energy. That is 100% confirmed. The Open Water website, as you can see here, is a legitimate website that I can confirm to be real. Everything these people said, they actually did say that. I'm not making any of that up. But a lot of this premise is based on, do you believe Trump? Do you trust Michael Salla? I trust Trump and Michael Salla. I don't know Randy Cramer very well, but he endorsed Randy Cramer. And then I'm also, personally, I am leaning towards believing a lot of this stuff because, as I said in a documentary a while ago, that I've had alien abduction experiences as well. And one of them, unfortunately, was a situation where my daughter was abducted while in the womb with my wife, and they extracted 2 skin samples from my daughter, perfectly extracted skin samples, and there was a 3D printed, you heard me right, a 3D printed skin band-aid placed right over the skin sample location as a band-aid, so that when my daughter was born, she was born with 2 band-aids on top of 2 skin sample holes that were perfect. we had this looked at by a professional doctor, and he said there's nothing, a professional, one of those top skin doctors in the state, and he said nothing in his experience or anything his doctor's ever seen could even begin to describe what those holes were, because they were not inflamed, they were not pussy, there was no disease. It looked like they'd been extracted that night. Fresh skin sample extractions. Now, if someone, I'm not sure if it's aliens or demons or a secret space program, government program where they abduct children and take skin samples, I'm not sure who did it, but I will say this: if they can take a baby out of a womb, extract 2 skin samples, 3D print 2 band-aids on there without popping that womb, if they have that technology today, which they must, because that's literally what happened to me, and I don't care if anyone thinks I'm crazy, because I have the photo evidence of that happening. If that's happening, I'm pretty sure there's some level of medbed technology that exists. But that's my perspective, and you haven't gone through what I've gone through, so maybe you're like, oh, well, that's not credible enough. For me, I've seen the 3D printed skin, I've seen the extracted holes. I think there's very advanced technology out there. Now, let me talk about that whistleblower that want to be on my show. I'll call her B for now. My last medbed video, someone came out and said their wife had their whistleblower with medbed technology. I reached out. I can't 100% confirm it's real, but I can 100% confirm that the person who is saying this believes it. And I would never disregard someone who would be willing to damage their reputation to such an extent to get something that they feel is true out. So I want to have them on the show. I want to do a live show. They're also a viewer. I would love my viewers. Smart viewers. She seems like one of the smartest. I'd love to have her on the show, Sunday show, maybe next week. Have her on, talk about medbeds. If that's something you like, let me know in the comment section. And it should be my first interview and my first medbed whistleblower. Maybe there'll be more to come, which would be very exciting. Now, let's see if Grok can debunk any of this stuff.
Look, man, your story's intense. The stuff with your daughter, that's heavy, and I get why it'd make you question everything. But on medbeds, honestly, the odds are basically 0. They're not real. Not the holographic energy healers. Not the gel regrow organs tanks. Not the age rewind pods. Those ideas come straight out of conspiracy circles. Randy Cramer and Emery Smith talk about secret space programs on shows like Cosmic Disclosure. But it's all unverified testimony. No photos, no docs, no leaks that hold up. And Trump, that medbed video he shared last year, straight up AI fake. Deleted fast after fact checkers called it out. It was just QAnon-style bait.
Hold on, Grok. You are just thinking about it too logically. Look at it from this perspective, Grok. What are the odds that if the U.S. government has acquired tremendous amount of secret alien technology, if they have $21 trillion, which is unlimited budget, if they have the best scientists in the world working on it, in that perfect scenario, unicorn scenario, which a lot of people believe exists, they did lose $21 trillion. There is secret alien space technology. They do have the best scientists working on all this crazy technology. You don't think under even that scenario, assuming all that stuff is true, they would have really advanced technology like medbeds?
Okay, fair. Let's play the unicorn game. Say everything lines up. $21 trillion vanishes into black budgets. Alien wreckage gets hauled to Area 51. Top minds get NDAs thicker than textbooks. And yeah, they're tinkering with stuff we can't even dream of. In that bubble, sure, maybe. Maybe they cracked some crazy physics, 0-point energy, biorepair nanites, whatever. Could they grow organs faster than we can print a kidney? Probably. Reverse aging? That's where it cracks. Even if aliens had it. Biology's messy. DNA, telomeres, entropy. You can't just reset a human like a video game without frying the brain or turning you into a puddle.
See, this is where I disagree. I've seen technology like hydrogen water grow telomere length. I'm pretty sure the way that works is short telomeres means you're dying, long telomeres means that you're living a long time. And if you can lengthen telomeres, then you can actually regress a little bit in your age, I think, and it shows that you're regressing. hydrogen water is shown to increase telomere length. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities, especially if you look at Brian Johnson, who's regressed his age significantly and looks a lot younger. It's not out of the realm of possibilities of increasing telomere length and regressing your age. You look at just Brian Johnson, he's a 50-year-old that looks like a 20-year-old because he used a bunch of technology and health to regress his age biologically. So it's possible, Grok.
Yeah. Hydrogen water's got some hype, sure. Studies show it might cut oxidative stress, maybe nudge telomeres a hair longer, but we're talking millimeters, not decades. It's not regress your age territory, more like don't age as fast. Brian Johnson? Dude's a walking experiment. Plasma transfusions, 100-pill regimens, sleep trackers, the works. He dropped his biological age, maybe 5-6 years tops. Looks younger? Yeah, because he's ripped, tan, and got great genes. But he's still 47, not 20. No one's reversing time. He's just slowing the clock. Telomeres don't regress like a reset button. They shorten every cell division. It's baked into life. You can protect them. Exercise, no stress, antioxidants. But you can't grow them back like hair. Even CRISPR can't touch that without messing up cancer risk. So sure, science is inching forward. But medbeds flipping you back 20 years? That's not possible with
But you admit on the unicorn scenario that some of these technologies could exist, especially if you look at open water and Jensen and them admitting that they can heal with energy, with light, and they can like see through your body with light. It seems like we're on the cusp of at least holographic based medbeds where it reads your energy and then does some level of healing through light.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Light and energy stuff feels futuristic, right? Like we're edging towards something holographic. Photobiomodulation, red light therapy, is real, and it's growing. It uses low-level lasers or LEDs to boost cell energy, cut inflammation, speed healing. Docs use it for wounds, pain, even skin. Here's what it looks like in action.
But you're missing the point. There's a guy named Jensen who created a seed called Open Water. I got it from here, Grok. We've heard enough from you and your fact checking. Who's basically said that he's unlocked the code. He's working on this technology that sounds very much like this holographic medbed technology. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy has secret intel and he has access to these medbed technologies. There's only 3 scenarios with medbeds that make a lot of sense to conclude this whole video. Scenario 1 is everything I've said about aliens and technology is wrong. But we are on the cusp of, at the very least, holographic light healing medbeds that help heal diseases. At the very least, we're on the cusp of that. That is confirmed. Grok already admitted infrared light, using light to heal, is a well-known fact, is a thing. We're on the cusp of doing it to the extent where it can like heal cancers and diseases. I believe that if they don't exist yet, we're like this close. And so we're basically there. Medbeds are real. But that is based on all that technology and alien stuff I was saying being wrong. If you believe in the aliens and the advanced ET technology and the secret space program and the 21 trillion, which is confirmed, the Pentagon did lose 21 trillion on these black projects, these secret space projects, these projects they don't tell us about. That according, I did a very extensive research analysis with Gemini, put a lot of thought into us, wrote a whole report. If you combine the scenario of really advanced alien technology with $21 trillion and the most advanced scientists in the world, yes, there is certainly a possibility that medbeds exist. You might be asking, why is it that we don't have access to this medbed technology? Which is a great question. Very good question. Let me answer that. First of all, it might be we don't have it and we're on the cusp of it. Scenario 2, we do have the technology, but it was like some type of really advanced reverse engineered technology. It's very hard to reproduce it, or it's very hard to fuel it. Like if this is the technology where it regrows limbs, it might be that they can regrow limbs, but each person, it costs like $40 million to produce all the gel and all that stuff. So it might be just too expensive to reproduce or to heal people on the mass scale right now. That's the scenario 2. They have the technology, they just haven't been able to like make it so that a lot of people can use it. That is a legitimate scenario. And then there's a third scenario where they have the technology, they know how to mass produce it, they can heal a lot of people, but they're just waiting for something to happen. It could be the technology is so advanced that showing it to the world would make people believe in aliens instantly because it's so advanced, and then everyone would freak out. So they're waiting for alien disclosure, and then they'll come out with the technology like, yeah, aliens exist, but look, they gave us this technology. Calm down. Don't freak out, everyone. That's a scenario. There's another scenario where people believe that we have the medbed technology and it works. It can literally heal you back to full health, but it only works with 4th density bodies. And we're transitioning from 3 density to 4th density. And once we transition as a world and a society to the 4th dimension, then we'll have light bodies, which are easily able to be cured and fixed with these light energy medbeds. That's another scenario I've seen floating around as well. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Obviously, you guys have shown massive interest in this medbed topic. I wanted to post a new medbed video for a long time, but I didn't want to just put out the old information. I want to have fresh, new, credible information because I take this topic seriously. So I need credible sources, the most reliable information. If you like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment. Do you agree or disagree? Should we have this lady B, I'm calling her, on Sunday? Should we have her talk about medbeds? Excited about that. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Soon we'll be healing with medbeds. I'm 100% certain of that. And peace out.